This is an old Raspberry Pi B plus, if I can get that in there, version 1.2. I had put on a IR sensor. I forget the exact pins. There's tutorials online, and these IR sensors are like less than 50 cents a piece. And just for just for fun, I using the composite. And if you can see there, P24, that is, if you can see it takes one of those. You can get those adapters. They're called camcorder adapters. They're the 1/8 inch jack, but it has four terminals on it. And the last terminal, the very end, is where the video composite is. So if you had a standard cord, like so, that tip is the only thing that matters, and the outside is the ground. So PP24, it's on the board. Look at my fabulous soldering job there, and then the shielding goes to any ground. You can find the ground. Usually they're anything that looks really big. Any of these, you can get the multimeter out and do a continuity test. Anything that's shielded, like this right here, would be grounded. Um, Ground is all over the place. So just the outside goes to ground, and then PP24 there for video composite. And for the IR sensor, either I usually use openelec. So I found that the 8 version of openelec doesn't have the LIRC daemon available. It's not compiled into the kernel, so you can download the openelec 7. It's a legacy version, and put it on your SD card. And let me fire this up. All right, so um, booting this up here. Might have to change the input. Make sure you're on composite, and see if that comes on here. Is that on? Should be. Hello? All right. So the reason I was trying to do composite is my friend of mine had an old projector, and one of the only inputs it has was one of those old video composites. And it's nice to have something that it's backwards compatible. Those old RCA cables, uh, you know, work fine for any of those really old TVs or displays. So I had pre-configured the LIRC. There's a tutorial out there for IR record. It's one of the packages for the LIRC daemon. And if you can see here, you just go through. There's namespaces that you have to program for each individual key. And so any remote would work. I mistakenly bought this Roku remote, and I didn't know it was an infrared remote, because long story short, this is a remote that I don't need, so I'm just going to be going through here. Any of the other buttons, like this could be volume up, volume down. Any of these could be anything. The OK is going to be enter. So if I was to go into video add-ons here, we got Placenta, Cedar, YouTube. Could go to my channel. Oh, I don't have how is it online? At any rate, once I had everything configured, you can set. openelec has that default option where you can set an access point. So it's like a hodgepodge, access point, something that you can connect by your phone. You just look for openelec-ap, and the password is openelec. but maybe it defaults to try to get uh, onto a previously entered SSID. But let me see if I can get in here. And this is an older generation of Raspberry Pi. But as you can see here, I guess it's kind of working. At any rate, it seems to be working. So this is something that I can take anywhere, plug it in. You know, most people have HDMI, but if you don't have that option, it's nice to have an old video composite. And that's that.